Hello, it's Jay here again, and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're carrying on with the Stat GUI for now, but we're actually going to begin in the inspector. So choose character manager, let's add a new tag. So I'm just going to call it the same without the spaces. Let's save that tag off and we'll just assign it. And we're going to create a new C# script. So let's call this Start GUI, and I'm going to use BR for black robot. Obviously I'll create one for all the different colour robots we've got. But for now we'll just concentrate on this one. I'll also open the Start GUI script. So let's have a look. We need to make some changes. Not many, but just a few. So we're going to begin with these variables here, private, int and float. We're going to make them public static, so they can be referenced from the new script we create. And this is just going to just make everything a little bit neater and easier to actually find. Once we've broken up the scripts, if you have any problems, it's a lot easier than looking through one large script. So I'm just copying and pasting the left punch bar length. We're going to change obviously one to right punch. And we're going to change one to low kick and one to high. And I'll just go ahead and tidy up and change the comments. And we'll just come down to the void update now. So the float for the left punch, this entire line, we're going to copy and we're just going to paste this in 3 times. And we're going to do the same thing, so we're just going to change one to left, from left punch to right punch. And of course, low and high kick as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and change all of these. Obviously I'm going to just go through and change the actual comments as well as I go. And the last one for the high kick. So obviously remembering to change both naming conventions. And then we're going to just do the same for the health bar, or sorry, not health bar, for the stat bar length. So just again, I'm just going to copy and paste that 3 times, and we're going to just go ahead and change the variables, the appropriate ones. So we'll have 2 variables on each line. And finally, the last one. And finally, the last return variable has been changed. So with that in place, let's come to the new script. We're going to create of type public static void, and I'll just call this get robot black stats. Black robot stats, that will be fine, yeah. So all this code now, where we define the floats and return for the return values equals the bar length, we're going to cut that. We're going to paste that into the new function. So let's come to the void update in the original script. And we're just going to support if. In fact, let's come down. We'll just copy from here. If choose character dot black robot equals true, we'll come to the line below. We're going to reference the new script stat GUI BR dot, and then the name of the new function, get black robot stats, open and close brackets, close the line off. And we'll put this into the comments, call the function from, in fact I'll put function from the, and I'm just going to put that in there, start your script. So let's just save this off. So let's come to the start GUI BR. We wanted to inherit from the start GUI script itself, and that's all those errors fixed. So just checking through, and actually we'll come to the new script. I'll just downsize the function, and we'll create another public static void. Yeah, let's use draw black robot GUI. We'll open and close, we'll open and close brackets again. And we're going to come to the Start GUI script inside the onGUI function. We're going to come here, if choose character robot equals robot black true, and we're actually going to cut the entire code and we're going to paste it in here. We'll copy the name of the function, come back to the Start GUI script, we'll reference the new one, the GUI BR script, dot, and we'll just call that function. So let's put that into the comments. You can obviously put from this script in the comments if you wish to. I'm just fixing that typo. So let's have a look at the errors. Start GUI skin is not a problem. We can set that to public static also. So that's actually fixed those errors. The stat empty though will have to reference the other script via a game object, which is why we added the tag at the beginning of the video. And we'll define a game object underscore I'll just put CCM for choose character manager equals a game object, find game object with tag, make sure it's singular, open and close brackets, inside the brackets quote marks, choose character manager, and make sure this exactly matches the tag we assigned in Unity at the beginning of the lesson, otherwise it will not work. So any problems, just check that that matches perfectly. And then we'll say Start GUI yeah, we'll use temp. It's going to equal underscore CCM dot, we'll get the component, and the component is going to be the script itself, the Start GUI. Come to the end of the line, we'll open and close the line off. Yeah, we'll leave that as temp for now. Now all we have to do is come, and I'll come to where we say stat empty underscore temp dot, and that fixes our issue. I'm going to do the exact same for stat fill. And let's just break this up for commenting. Equals find the, I'll just put object with tag of choose character So I'm just copying that variable. Let's just downsize. So here is we must make sure it matches. It is case sensitive, so just be aware. And for this we'll just put temp equals the start GUI script on the underscore CCM game object. So let's just save that off there. We'll downsize, we'll hit play, and we'll just make sure everything is working still. So as you can see, everything is still working perfectly. We'll stop that there, and in fact while we're in Unity, I'll assign the new start empty and full GUI. Let's come back to the script. So let's have a look. We're going to select all this code, so where we alter the alignment in the GUI skin, the text color and font size, we're going to cut all those lines, and we're going to keep these three GUI draw texture, well, two draw textures and label together. So we're going to paste that in here. It must come below this label. And this is just going to make everything easier now. So just above these three blocks, I'm just going to create a line of all forward slashes so we can separate the code into blocks. Draw left punch, stat, and we're going to copy all of that, including the new line here. Let's paste that in, and we're going to change it. This is going to be the right punch. So here, start GUI offset for the position height. We're going to put start GUI offset into brackets, and we're going to times it by 2 in those brackets. So once we've done that, we can copy the line, and we can just paste that in for all the lines for the height position. And we're going to print right punch, obviously, and left punch bar length is now going to be the right punch bar length. So let's have a look. Actually, we need to change for the height as well. The height will be ×4. So ×2 plus ×4 on the offset and the height. Let's just copy that again. We'll paste that in, and we're just going to do the same thing now for the low and high kick. So we'll begin with the low kick, And we're just going to increase all these values by 1. So stat GUI offset times 3 and times 5 now. We'll print low kick. And low kick bar. And the last one for the high kick, and then we'll actually test it out again. And as always with GUI, these values that I'm using are just to give you some idea. You may want to tweak these values yourself, so just be aware of that. As always. And I will tidy the script up. Again, I'll do that off camera once we've finished all of this. And remembering to change it to high kick bar length. Let's just save that off. We'll downsize, we'll hit play, and we'll see how this looks. So we're just going to let it run through as we normally do. And there you can see the new GUI. I will admit there's not much of a contrast as I would like, so I'll probably make some changes still to this. But as you can see, left punch, it ends there. Right punch here, low kick here, and high kick there. In fact, if I put the full health back in, you can actually see that the stats are now being displayed. I will make some updates again. I'll make these available to the patrons. They're already on there, but I'll put them back on when they've been updated. And that's the stats for the black robot. Now it's going to be the same for all the other robots, separating it out into its own script. You can obviously try that for yourself, although if you do, I recommend making a backup of your project just in case there's any mistakes you can't track down. Have a backup copy. But I think we'll leave the stats for now. We'll do something else, and I will come back and do the other robots in other videos. But as I say, we'll leave it here for this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.